Kill me! I'm here! Kill me!
Hey everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of Her, the 2013 romantic drama put together by one of my all-time favorite directors, Spike Jonze. I think he has just had such a fascinating career because he's made movies on one end of the spectrum and then lots of movies on the other. Now, he is responsible for movies like Being John Malkovich, Adaptation, Where the Wild Things Are, and then on the other end, he's also responsible for most of the Jackass movies, and just it's really interesting to see how wide of a chasm there is between the two, and this movie definitely belongs in the first group of films that I commented on there. Now, this movie is really, really good if you ask me. It stars Joaquin Phoenix, has Scarlett Johansson's one of the best vocal performances I've ever heard. And for those of you who are aware of what this movie is about, essentially it tells the story of a man who gets emotionally involved with an operating system. Now, that sounds ridiculous on the face of it, but basically this movie takes place in a future where the operating systems have advanced to such a degree where basically you're interacting with them more like Siri or whatever, Siri, that's the one, where you're talking to them and they're doing stuff for you without like the keyboard or mouse or stuff like that, and you carry them around with you wherever you go. It looks almost like similar to a cell phone these days, but they're with you everywhere and they do all the functions of a computer. And there's this new upgrade where they have this program that is supposed to be a more advanced version of Siri, where it has more of a personality, and he opts to have the personality of a female. And over time, as they interact and they kind of learn from one another and get to know one another, even though yes, she's a program, she's still learning, they fall for one another. And they take that concept that on the face of it, like I said, seems rather ridiculous, and then they really, really tell an organic story from it. They extrapolate on all the possibilities of it. So for instance, there's a moment where they decide that they want to have a physical relationship, which obviously doesn't seem possible because she's an operating system. And then so they bring in a surrogate to take the place for her. And so he's got like the earphone in his ear and the body of an actual person in front of him. And the way that plays out is really fascinating. And that takes place probably about mid-range, so that could be perceived as a bit of a spoiler, but I think the thing about it it's so interesting isn't necessarily the fact that they do that, but the way that plays out. And then as their relationship progresses, how he begins to kind of come to realizations about what the possibilities are, what she's going for, because she's a program, right? So she's going to be on the computers of millions of people. So he starts to kind of think about where that might go, and it just goes from there. I mean, the story is incredible. The direction, I mean, Spike Jonze is just such an amazing visual storyteller. And then the performances, I mean, Joaquin Phoenix, you spend so much of this movie with like a camera like as close to me as you are to him in the movie, and going through all these very intimate moments, and you really get to go to the core of who this person is, his character is. And then you have all these other figures coming in, like I said, Scarlett Johansson, I mean, just does such an incredible performance through just her vocals. It's incredible. I mean, I would have been perfectly okay with her being up for an Academy Award nomination because I thought she was so good and had so much emotion, and there was almost a physicality to it that you could imagine that was there that obviously isn't, and it's just really fascinating to see. And then you have other very talented actors come in to play supporting roles like Rooney Mara, Olivia Wilde, and Amy Adams, and all of them are just breaths of fresh air. This movie to me is just incredible. I think it definitely belongs in one of the category of the best films of this decade, and I just absolutely adore it. Let me know in the comments below what you think, if you've seen the movie, if you agree with me, what do you think of Spike Jonze's career, because I think he's just such a fascinating artist. And please, please, please hit that like button, hit that share button. It makes it much more possible that other people will come and check out my videos, which would just be so, so incredible. And please hit that notification bell and hit that subscription button if you're new here and you haven't yet, because I love having people come and check out my videos and let me know what they think. And I love that back and forth with people. It really means a lot to me. I mean, if you look in my comment section, you'll know that I comment on pretty much every comment that he's put there, because I really enjoy having that interaction and that back and forth. It just means the world to me. So if you guys could do that, that would be absolutely amazing. Other than that, have yourself a good day.